First, let me ask you about Emmanuel Macron. Speaking there, it sounds like he could have been speaking to the Germans. We need to destroy these classical institutions and factories, jobs, and create new ones in digital and in a number of other forums. Do the Germans understand that they need to do the same thing?
I'm not sure that the German leadership has fully understood how disruptive the next wave of technological innovation is going to be. You hear people at the Chancery here in Berlin, still talking about the need to invest in digital, using the same language as one did 10 or 15 years ago. Whereas, of course, we all know that the really big challenge looming within the next 5 years is going to be artificial intelligence, stuff like that. And here Macron, I think, has a conceptual message which hopefully will filter into the political system here in Germany.
I mean, I hear Angela Merkel and her transport minister Dobrindt talk about the need to invest in diesel. Even the SPD and the Greens are talking about this. What's the best possible outcome for Emmanuel Macron on Sunday? What will help France and Europe when it comes to the German elections?
Well, we're all assuming that Angela Merkel will remain the chancellor, so that's neither best nor worst. That's baseline.
Right.
The type of coalition, I think the preference in Paris would be what is called here the Jamaica coalition. That is one where you have both the Greens and the Liberals, and with Angela Merkel with a strong CDU pivot, if I can put it that way.
Would the Greens and the FDP then cancel each other out because they disagree on literally everything?
They would, to some extent, cancel each other out, and in particular on issues like those which the French are particularly sensitive to, where the Liberals have tended to be, if I can use that word, extraordinarily conservative. Whereas the Greens have been actually more forward-thinking. They actually understand some of this economic change, maybe better than their rivals. But I suspect that the Greens are not going to do well in the election.
Francois, good morning from London.
Good morning.
Donald Trump wants Europe to spend more on defence. Do you think the French and the Germans are going to deliver that?
The Germans, in their very organized and planned manner, have taken the steps to do that, and I'm pretty sure that they will. In the case of Germany, the problem is not going to be more money. There will be more money. It will continue to be issues about strategic culture and the ability to operate in military operations. In the case of France, well, we have less money to go around. Macron and others understand that we have to increase defense spending, but I suspect that it isn't going to happen as easily as it will be, that it will do in Germany, which is a bit of a paradox. That's not the usual pattern.
Francois, you wrote an article in March that got a lot of attention comparing Donald Trump to another German politician of sorts, the Kaiser, Wilhelm II. Yep. What do you think about Trump's speech to the UN, and particularly his attitude towards the Iranian nuclear deal?
His attitude towards the Iranian deal is extraordinarily disturbing because, of course, Iran is a great power. It's a dangerous power. There are all sorts of reasons why we have to hold the Iranians' nose to the grindstone. But the notion of actually undoing what is a pretty good deal in exchange of a situation in which Iran would be free to do what North Korea is doing, it's just sort of slightly bonkers.